watchers, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to a review tonight. Review of Great White. Great White. This is a film. This is actually, I was a bit surprised about you. I thought it was long. It was 2021 film. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, it can't be right. I thought as if I watched it way further back then. So it's a 2021 Australian survival horror film directed by Martin Wilson. Starring Katrina Bolden. Just check Katrina Bolden. She looks familiar. I'm sure it's her on that freaking. She was on Scary Movie 5. Gosh, she's a good looking woman too. Very beautiful. Just check her out. She's on Piranha 3DD. Movie 43 ever, that's terrible. Nurse 3D, that's it. She was on Nurse 3D. Oh, she was great in that. Oh man, that film was great in a nurse outfit and stuff. A pair of seaplane lovers and operators, Kaz Fellows and her boyfriend, Charlie Brody, along with their passengers, Judy Manase, his wife, Michelle, and cook Benny, take a flight to Pisco Hills Reef. Upon landing, they encounter a corpse that washed up in a suspected shark attack. They report it to the Coast Guard, but find the man's phone as a picture of his girlfriend. Benny and Charlie coax the others into tracking the yacht. A couple were on its case. In case she survived. Joji believes it's hopeless and objects to being put at risk. Kaz flies off with all five searching for the missing damaged yacht. They find the yacht capsized and Benny dives in to investigate the wreck in case the girl is trapped inside. Well, she kind of was inside actually. It's kind of confusing. You can think, how the hell did she manage to get back in the... I'll get to that in a bit because I was thinking to myself, hang on, she was at the beginning of the film. It had to be the same girl. He finds her particularly consumed corpse and returns to the seaplane, whereupon the great white shark reappears and attacks one of the floats of the seaplane. The seaplane begins to sink and all five depart for the plane's life raft. So anyway, I'll get to the first part of the film. Right, there's this couple, right? They like swim around and they get attacked. No, first of all they think, oh, they're gonna go back to the boat, right? But then the girl sees like a shark, like a shark from like and then they end up back trying to get back to the yacht. The guy gets attacked by the shark, and the woman, she gets back on the yacht. Then she gets knocked out onto the water. The guy gets attacked, so he gets dragged underwater, right? And she gets, but then she's like dead. She's like knocked out, and then somehow she ends up back on the yacht. I don't know. It's a bit kind of confusing, but I enjoyed it though. I like the blonde woman. Oh my goodness me, she gets all that Nurse 3D, and she gets a bit, you see a bit of her more in this film. Yeah, she's, I don't know, I'm just thinking, gosh, she's absolutely striking. So it's the producers of the 47, not as good as the 47 meters down film, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Some of the visual effects are, some of the effects when the shark attacks the plane aren't the best, but the underwater scenes are actually better. Certain parts where you actually see the shark, it's like a real shark. You see certain parts is real, which is cool. Anyway, the passengers, the other characters. Anyway, so they end up on the raft. You get attacked. The guy finds the body of the woman on the yacht in the water. And of course, it does make you jump a bit because you think, yeah, she doesn't look great, in great shape, of course. Then anyway, the plane gets attacked. Then they end up on the raft, and you think to yourself, well, yeah, and the guy in it, one of the characters, he's like scared of the water and stuff. Found out later on, of course. They end up on the raft, of course, and there's like, they're like just stuck up on this slow raft. It's just moving slow, but then they're getting chased by a shark. Turns out there's two of them, not one. Makes the situation a little bit more trickier. The film isn't Jaws, that's for sure. It's not Jaws. It's not Deep Blue Sea. It's not The Meg, but it's enjoyable. It's not 47 meters down. I think with those films, they had better films like 47 meters down. I think the film had better budget. But the film isn't bad though. Right? The part of the thundering and everything, when they're on the raft and it's thundering, and and then the girl kind of, it's like they're trying to paddle towards somewhere. They go somewhere. Of course, they've got these like paddling things. And to be honest, I wouldn't like to be shoving my hand in the water like that, especially like the shark's just. The thing about this shark is it's big. Well, usually sharks are big, but they're on this like flimsy raft. It's better than it, I suppose. But yeah, then certain characters do get, you know, get killed. Of course, there's one character that this guy doesn't like for some reason. He keeps looking at the girl or something. It's like paranoia going off. And then so it happens where one of the characters gets killed, the guy in it, gets pulled by the shark, and then of course it's the other guy's fault because he pushed him into the water. So anyway, so they have to somehow survive. The guy kind of think, I think I can kill this shark. Of course, they didn't know there's two of them until afterwards. It's like, Jesus Christ, there's two of them. Oh boy. But the blonde woman, oh my God, especially when she, takes everything off, she's, oh my goodness. I'm just saying, you gotta, she's nice to look at. Anyway, it's nice. It turns out she's pregnant, of course. The film has got some good moves. The part where it's raining, it's fun. It's got some good atmosphere, I'd say. It's not the greatest film ever made, but it's a film that I enjoyed. So anyway, they end up just going somewhere. They end up on this like next to. And let's call it the storyline. So anyway, you do see certain parts of the film where you can see the shark still following him in the water. And he sees dolphins, of course. And this guy's like getting real paranoid. He thinks, shit, freaking shark. But then the woman's like, dolphins? Yes, the dolphins. And it's like, oh. And the part where the woman, the boyfriend, his girlfriend, kind of like says, oh, you scared me. And says, what do you mean? She's, oh, I thought he was going to fall in. Kind of like saving herself there because she's kind of scared of him, because he does get a little bit wound up, like anger. He's not a bad character. He's just like he's a flawed character, I would call him. And the part where they'll get like knocked off the the shark just knocks them flying. It's like, geez, and then the other character gets like shark lunch, of course. With these films, sharks don't act like, they don't like, I mean, I've seen stuff like, there's a shark called Deep Blue. Beautiful looking shark, big, but not like aggressive big, like, when you see great white, you think, oh, Jaws, aggressive animals, but sharks are amazing animals. I mean, these films do scare me though. These like horror films about sharks, dark water. They do scare, these type of films do scare me, but I enjoy them at the same time. Sounds weird, but I do. It's fascinating to watch, especially 47 meters down. Jesus Christ! Especially when they go in the water, it's like you can't see anything, dark. Jesus Christ! So anyway, let's get back to this film. So anyway, they get knocked off. One of the characters, but anyway, later on in the film, they fall asleep. The raft is like deflating, so it's like the water starts coming in, of course. So they end up next to this island, of course. But they decide to try killing the sharks. They kill one shark, but then start one left. And then something happens to her. But it's like, Jesus Christ. They almost kill both of them. It's like then it just goes pear-shaped, and of course, the woman that tells the other one to get onto the island, the other girl, she get onto the island. While she's like, but then she ends up getting chased by the shark underwater. Shit. So anyway, she ended up going on the water, right, getting chased by the shark, and of course these things collapse, and then she starts to go out of breath, like lose air and stuff. And then there's this scene. I was like, oh my God. the woman, the other girl, she comes back down. And the blonde girl runs out of breath. Like this actually see, and then she starts giving mouth to mouth. Looks. I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm quite digging this right now. It's quite a long mouth to mouth. To bring her back to freaking life. And it works, of course. I mean, that scene was like, I had to go back and see that scene again. I was like, good scene. So anyway, it's a good scene. That was. But then she has a brainwave. She likes things sticking there, so she knocks it down. And then, you know, that's what happened. It kills the shark, of course. Spoilers, of course, but so the last part was pretty good. So yeah, so spoilers in this video before you. I should have said that at the beginning of spoilers, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, the last part was pretty good. Really enjoyed it. So my favourite scene was definitely the mouth-to-mouth scene. I thought it was really good. The last part was good. So okay, what I didn't like about it, some dodgy effects, of course. Apart from that, no, quite. That's the only part. Some of the effects didn't look the best, but some of it looked alright though. But the underwater scenes looked good. So yeah. So what I liked about it, the gorgeous blonde one, of course, mouth to mouth. So you know, the mouth to mouth scene was pretty awesome. Some of the scenes were really well done, especially from the water stuff. So yeah, the last part was good. I really enjoyed it. So good, decent, actually good performance too at the same time. So not a bad movie for a film that. How much did it cost? I'm not sure now. Box office is 635,000. Just over. Don't see a budget though, which is interesting. Yeah, not a bad movie though. Not one of the greatest short films ever made, but I enjoyed it. I still can't believe it's 2021. I thought it was further back than that. I still can't work that out because I sure saw it further back, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. So yeah, I liked it. So some decent effects, some decent, you know, effects and stuff, and you know the scenery around the boat and stuff. I thought it was really good. Some cool shark scenes, good decent performances, decent characters. So yeah, the rating I'm going to give this film is a 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. So 4 out of 5 for Great White. So if you want to go off now for a bit, remember to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day, have a nice week. Take care of yourself and enjoy my video. And thank you for watching.